Hello and welcome to a new session on the topic iSAQB and Arc42 for documenting the architecture and the communication of your architecture work in the context of enterprise architecture. A disclaimer, we are not going to infringe on any copyrighted materials in this video series. If you need to reference any of the materials introduced in this video sessions, please refer to the websites iSAQB.org and Arc42.org. That being said, let's get started and continue our journey of exploring the Arc42. If we navigate to the website and we go to the download section, you'll find here that there are many different formats available for you to choose from based on your enterprise or organization standards. If you are using Confluence, you find Confluence format, which you can import into your organization's Confluence site. You will find also there is many other file-based formats that you can use. If we scroll down a little bit further, you can see there is Word docs formats, ASCII doc formats, markdowns, etc., and the languages to choose from: English, Czech, German, Spanish, etc. Perhaps one of or two of the formats that I have worked with personally is the Confluence format, the ASCII doc format, because the ASCII doc you can easily integrate it into your version control system, GitHub, GitLab, or simply Git, and then this can also be nicely integrated with a pipeline so that you can automatically generate the ASCII doc website with your architecture documentation work. For simplicity, I will download the English version with help from the docs and English here on the top left of the table. I have already done that and I have it here on the screen. You can see here that you have the Word document, and in the Word document you have the sections that we have introduced in the previous session. We will show a little bit of hints and tips and tricks around each section. So you can see that you start by listing your goals. What is the business goals of this architecture work? Why are you doing it? Who are the stakeholders? So at this very high level, and then the second part are according with the requirements. In the requirements part, you can see what should be included here as functional requirements, and also why are you doing this work. This is also the motivation behind the business activity, perhaps improve the productivity or increase the productivity of the employees of the sales department, or give a 360 view of the customer needs for personalization. How you are going to do that? You can have a short textual description, a tabular use case format. So these hints, they are quite useful. In the practice, in my own personal experiences, I found the tabular use case format is quite interesting, very brief, very concrete, readable, and also gets you to the point where you can easily edit and update and have some numeric references to the requirements, so functional requirements FR01, FR02, etc. Be aware that this section should be as short as possible, meaning when you do the requirements analysis documents, there will be IPM doors or any other requirements analysis or requirements elicitation tool that you are using in your organization. So be aware that redundancy is not required here. Keep it short and make sure you reference the original documents where the requirements are comprehensively listed. In this section, you introduce the quality goals of your system. You can use the ISO 25010, meaning the ISO standard for software quality. You can see there are different pillars, different cornerstones that you can address in this section, starting from functional suitability, how it is going to perform in terms of performance and efficiency, the compatibility with the systems in your organization and the other third parties, the interaction capabilities between the end users and the communication of the information and the system, the reliability of the system and the conditions, interruptions, failures, exceptions, security, and security should be written in capital letters because security is not a feature. Security is one of the pillars of your enterprise architecture or software architecture. Maintainability, how are you going to maintain it? What are the release cycles? How are you going to have downtimes? How are you going to meet the SLAs and the high availability requirements of the system? Flexibility, safety, etc. And then gives you why you should introduce this in your documentation and how are you going to use it in a tabular format. I hope this session was quite insightful to you. Thank you and see you in future sessions.